Hello world, this is Jeffrey, JGB146 Blake, back with episode 2 of the Adventures of Alolan Ninetales. Let's get a match. Okay, so we see Dark, Colorless, and Psychic. So I guess we're looking at like a Zoroark Drampa. This is going to be an interesting matchup. It could go pretty rough because Zoroark Break can copy Ninetales' attack and potentially take us down pretty well. And here, I guess we're gonna start. Sudowoodo. I went back and forth a little bit, but we start Sudowoodo, lowering their bench size, and more importantly, to allow us to play Tapu Lele down. And we see a Trubbish. Okay. We'll still play Lele. We've got an in now, so we can definitely afford to get like a Brigette. Alright, we have Brigette. Good. Okay. Let's see what we have in the way of Pokemon. We've got another Lele. Looks like we're missing a DCE. One Water Energy. And I didn't check the rest of the prizes. I didn't want to take too much time. But I probably should have. I'll work on that. Okay, so get a Remoraid, get 2 Vulpix. I think that's what we want to do most of the time, actually. And we'll carry on from here. We'll be able to use in next turn. And we'll just go ahead and attach 1 energy to one of our benched Vulpixes. I'm still thrown by the Dark with the Trubbish. He's going to play Brigette, so Porani Blask. What are you playing? Okay, so it's a Garbodor, Drampa, Zoroark. Okay. Okay. That means we do have to pay attention to our item usage. That's fine, though. It might make his deck a little less consistent. Usually, we don't end up running enough items that we run into trouble. Okay, I say that. What do we want to do here? We're going to go ahead and attach a Water Energy and Evolve, and then we'll attach the Choice Band. And I think we play Sycamore. We're going to have 1 item in our discard, but that maximizes our chances of getting a Float Stone, which we really want so that we can start attacking. And we didn't get it. Okay, but we did get an Ultra Ball, which gives us Octillery if we want to take it, and I think we do. We can discard the Remoraid. We can always get it back later if we want. It'll just be 2 items. So I think we'll do that. We'll discard the Remoraid and 1 Water Energy. What I started to say before was we could have discarded a Water Energy with Sycamore, but I wanted to make sure we didn't miss an attachment. The benefit of discarding it being that if we get an Aqua Patch, we can attach an extra energy that way. And, okay, Octillery didn't help us. No Float Stone. Alrighty. So what do we see from our opponent? Zoroark already has some damage to play with, so that's a little bothersome, because he will be able to use that to hit harder. And our opponent just plays a Sycamore after evolving to Zoroark. If he attaches energy like a DCE to Zoroark and knocks out our Sudowoodo, I don't think we mind too much. Oh, he's going to play an Escape Rope instead. Okay, so here I think we definitely send up Alolan Ninetales. He's not going to be able to knock us out with anything that he has in play. So we'll be able to attach to it next turn and pretty much KO whatever he sends up. So I think that's actually really, really helpful and he sends up the Drampa no less. Okay. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'll take it. I'm assuming he's going to attach an energy of some sort, and I guess Big Wheel? Plays a Field Blower to get rid of... Okay, he's going to get rid of our Choice Band, which increases our item count, I think, to 3. And in his mind, he's safe from a potential one-hit KO. What he doesn't know is that we have Kukui. So we're going to attach DCE, and then we're going to play Kukui. And even if we didn't have Kukui out, we do have a Vulpix, or a Lele that could have got him. So it was lucky, but not even that lucky, because we also had an Ultra Ball. We had like multiple ways to be able to Oko the Drampa. And we draw into a Tapu Koko and another Alolan Ninetales. So that's good. We'll be able to evolve next turn, unless he ends us. And we'll also be able to attach energy and take another KO. We see him play another Sycamore. I'm not sure if he has in his discards, but I would assume not, because giving us this many cards to play with is altogether too nice of him. Okay, let's double check. So yeah, there's 3 items like that. Good, good. He's playing an Ultra Ball. This could be to get a Zoroark break. Yep, okay. It's either that or it was for a Garb, but that wouldn't make sense because he's already got 1. Unless you want to shut down abilities, which might have been a decent play. But then he attacks with the Trash Avalanche. Okay. I guess he realized that we were still out of range. So we want to attach here, and I think we're going to play Lele to get a Lysandre. Because right now, obviously, Garb just hit us for like 60. So the threat is definitely the Zoroark break back there. So we want to be able to Lysandre him up and take him out. So Blizzard Edge, don't need the Choice Band. Thanks for playing. And done. Now we can again attack next turn. We just, I was going to say attach the water energy, but I guess we attached the double colorless energy. That will work. And now he's going to in us. Okay. Okay, I assume he's going to actually play the card. He's going to think very hard about whether or not to in us. And attach a Choice Band first. Okay. Good call. There's an argument to be said that I could have gone ahead and gotten rid of the Float Stone on the Trubbish. Oh, and he hits. Now I got double Field Blowers. I think we want to try to... So first we'll use the Aqua Patch, get some energy back in the active. Because we're still at the 3 items. So that's fine. Getting up to 4 isn't gonna matter really. And I kind of want to hold the Field Blower until it's okay. So we're gonna play the energy. don't think we want to Sycamore, and I kind of don't want to play the VS Seeker to up our damage. Actually, yeah, right now it would take 120 to KO us, and there's no way for him to hit 120 unless he plays Kukui. So I think we're okay. And I think what we can do is just use our GX and take a, feels crazy using a GX attack to do 60 damage. It hurts me a little bit. But I think that's our best option here, right? The only problem is then he's going to bring the Garbodor up, and we're going to have all that damage right back on us, because he'll hit for 110. But, I mean, we're down to 2 prizes, so I think it's still worthwhile. I think... oh, crap. We didn't attack at all. Okay, so... that was a clear situation where we should have done anything. I spent too long thinking, too long going back and forth. I just, I hate wasting the GX attack, but it's just painful. It's more painful to not attack at all, though. So that's the downside of playing slowly, like I tend to do. Okay, we get End. That's actually probably in our favor. DCE, DCE, okay. I think I waited too long on the field. Obviously, if I'd known we weren't going to KO the Trubbish, then we should have played the Field Blower. But I didn't even think about that either, because I wasn't sure we were going to KO him. I was still debating. That was just a big mistake. And I guess our opponent was deciding whether or not to... and he discards the energy again. Okay. Well, we're not going to make the same mistake this time. We're going to use our Abyssal Hand ability. Get 2 cards. 2 Field Blowers. I think... well, okay. We have to either use a Field Blower and or use our GX. I'm just going to use the GX. I don't want to think too hard about it. That way we have plenty of damage to spare. Drampa could come in with an energy if he gets an energy. I guess he doesn't have an energy in hand, at least. Okay. So we will be able to take a KO on this Garbodor by attaching a water energy to it. And then we see Trubbish come up with the Float Stone. Okay. So here we definitely I don't know, I go back and forth about how, when to save versus use the Field Blowers. Because if we end up being able to take the KO, right, then we won't need to worry about the Choice Band. Then again, if we had used it before, he wouldn't have had a Choice Band to begin with. We would take less damage. Ooh, Espeon EX. So that's actually a threat. If the Espeon EX gets to attack, it will KO an Alolan Vulpix by doing so. Okay. So I think we just take the KO on Garb and move on. So what do we do if Espeon comes up to attack? What do we do? Well, Ninetales will die, and we will, I would say, rejoice with our other Ninetales getting the Aqua Patch and a DC to take the game. But I don't know that that would work. So he brings up the Trubbish. That's fine. And we wait. Okay. Oh, when he evolves it to the ability block Trubbish or Garb. Okay. And play Sycamore. Okay. Well, at least there's that. At least we have our cards. And he does indeed get an energy onto Espeon. Okay, so he comes up and he unevolves Vulpix and Octillery and our other Ninetales. So the active Vulpix will go away. We do have a Field Blower in hand, which will allow us to use our abilities next turn. Which then we'll be able to Octillery if we can use enough of our cards. So what does that look like? Took him a while to pick his prize. Okay, so what do we want to promote? With the Aqua Patch in hand, we can get a KO if we can Aqua Patch onto our Vulpix, but we're going to have to fight a battle to get there, and I don't think we can play enough cards to get Octillery. Okay, so we'll bench another Vulpix, and we'll evolve the active. We'll evolve Octillery. We will attach to the active. I think putting 2 water there is more important. Okay, so Aqua Patch, Field Blower, Field Blower. Does it matter if we use the Aqua Patch or not? I think we just do some damage. Obviously, if he devolves us now, it's not going to matter. And nothing else can KO us, but we can KO most other things. Once we attach the DCE. So he attaches a DCE to Zoroark. And plays in. So we're left with 1 card. Okay, so I had 2 Field Blowers in hand. Evidently, I should have used one of them. Okay, so we get an Ultra Ball. Okay. I think we retreat and use the Aqua Patch. And we'll just throw up a Sudowoodo. I put the patch onto the Vulpix. That I'm not sure if it should have gone onto Vulpix or onto Ninetales though. Are we gonna see another break? Oh, you know, it's not gonna matter because he just Sycamored and has no cards left. Okay, so we will win this match that way, which feels a little ugly. I think that I really needed to use the field blowers earlier. I kind of got lucky that I ran out of cards there. We were way ahead in the match, but I think I was a little too cautious with my resources. Anyway, with that, we'll wrap up for today. See you soon.